No added pressure, darling, on who I gotta be. I know a love that sees my worth and knows my quality. No, it don't take a lot, don't need to try too hard. Why would I force it if I know you got my heart?
Yo, if there was a theme song for my life, it would go like this. All my life I had to fight. You know I'm supposed to beat me. Yeah, minus the beating part. Felicia Pendergrass, hey, your girl is rebuilding life. Now it's just you and me sitting on this couch, getting into what healing really is. See, 2024 was the year that broke me. Because a lot of times we don't be realizing that we be our biggest problem. Like the enemy that we be thinking and we be creating like in other people, it really be the enemy in us. Inner me was like enemy. Y'all get that? And so a lot of times we be thinking this is the problem, that is the problem. But if you a real grown person, like this part of healing nobody talks about. Like we are living in this age, especially on social media, that healing is aesthetically pleasing. Everybody's healing, everybody's doing the work. And I realized I had to take a step back because I was on the cloud. I was on that trend of what healing is and what healing isn't. Baby, healing is a whole process. So if you stick with me, you're going to go through this process with me because I'm not healing for you. I am healing for me, and you got to do your work to heal for you. And people don't understand that because we think that we can stroll a couple of social media posts or we can watch a little couple YouTube videos and think we can get a little motivation, a little encouragement, and we think we heal. But a lot of times, until something happened in your life, a life stressor, a life change, something dramatic happens in your life, you don't really know if you are really healed until that happens. What you go through and the emotion that you go through while you're going through stresses, how you respond after those stresses are happening, it tells you and it clearly shows you if you are healed or not. So I got to tell on myself. Like, if you're not a grown person and you don't like to take accountability, if you like to play the blame game, you might not like this channel because I don't believe in the victim mindset. Like, I had to get rid of the victim mindset. I had to get rid of the victim contract. Like, I had to tear it up because your girl was out here playing victim like it was nobody's business. And I held on to that story for so long. And so, getting back to 2024, and as y'all can see, this is me not scripting. This is real life, real healing, real time, real journey, all that good stuff. So if you into that, if you dig that, if you ain't into that aesthetically pleasing, that perfect girl content, if you ain't into that, you know, ooh, I gotta have this, I gotta look like that. If it don't look like that, then I don't want to watch it. Then you home team. If you like real life, if you like reality, right? So, home should always be your safe place. There should be no reason why your home is not your safe place. And if you are being abused and misused and mistreated in your own home, it's heartbreaking. And so, my daughter told me that she was being essayed by her stepfather, which was my husband. And I was like, what can I do to get this nigga? That was my initial response. That's how I know I wasn't here yet. Because my initial response was anger. I gotta be real. As a mother, I don't know if any mothers that are out there and they may be watching this, if your daughter or your child have told you that they have been abused or they're being bullied, it is heartbreaking for a mother because sometimes you get in a place of shame that I did not do my best, or I wasn't good enough, or I didn't do. And it's not saying that the child wasn't important, but like you kind of beat down on yourself, and that's how I felt. Why didn't I see the signs? I was sexually abused as a child. How could I miss that? How could I have missed those signs? That is crazy. And I think I had beaten myself up so much that I did not realize that I was not functioning. When everything happened, I was shamed because we were leaders in the community. I was shamed because, you know, that's not supposed to happen. I was angry. And when you are not healed, you go back to those habits that you used to go back to. And so what did I do? I had the belief system, and my mindset was, this is how I knew I wasn't healed, y'all. And I know I keep saying that, this is how you know you're not healed, because I want y'all to understand. A lot of people that say that they are healed, they are not healed. They are suppressing. They are moving through life. They are just doing life, and they have not addressed any issues from their past. They have not addressed any issue from the pain. And whatever you don't address will come up later at a different time. And so I have to say that because a lot of people, we're on this mental health trend, and I'm not saying nothing's wrong with it. We're on this healing trend, but a lot of people are not doing the work because healing is not pretty. Healing is ugly. It's ghetto. It's a hot mess. I do not recommend, but I do recommend. I recommend wholeness. I recommend being real about the real. That's what I recommend. And so my belief system after all that happened was to get over a old nigga, get under a new one. The dude. And the dude, he was smart. And the enemy knows how to get you. He know I like smart, hood, soft ninjas. Like, I like intellectual hood ninjas. The enemy just know. The only thing that, the enemy didn't get right, it was like, he wasn't chocolate. He was not chocolate. Because I like my brothers, and I like my man, like I like my coffee, right? But that's here and there. Anyways, and so I met the young brother, and he was intelligent. Like, I loved his mindset, loved his mind. But I knew that was not the will for the Father for me. So I fought against God. I was like, well, it seemed like marriage don't work either, Lord. So might as well. I'm going to do it like this. Because seems like you ain't get it right the first time. Yeah. I was fighting against God, and I heard Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit said, draw near. Draw nigh. Draw nigh. Draw nigh. If you draw close to me, I will draw close to you. And what I did, your girl had her sneakers at the door, put on her sneaker shoes, tied them up, laced them up, and said, shoo, and swinging at the same time. I was swinging and running at the same time. Like, imagine that. On God now. Like, I was swinging on the Lord, and I was running from him at the same time. Like, bump your wheel. Bump your wheel. I got this. Crazy. I was foolish. You know how sometimes you be reading your word, and they be talking about foolish people, and you be seeing yourself, and like, dang, I was that foolish person. Yeah, I was foolish. Real foolish. So, me and a young man talking, and I'm telling him I'm opening up my heart to this dude. Broken. My broken heart. Just opening up, sharing with him just stuff that I've experienced and things that I've gone through, things that I hope for, things that I wish for and desire. And it's crazy because I just wanted someone, I don't know. I'm processing this real time, y'all. Like, I wanted, one, a distraction from the pain, you know? Distraction from the hurt. But also for someone to be like, you know what? It's all right. You got this. But anything that you do against God's will, y'all, anything that you do against God's will never works. I don't care how you try to dress it up, how you try to pray it up, how you try to say, fuck, it ain't gonna work because you already know that it's not the Father will. But continue on talking to the dude, just chaos happening. Left and right, chaos. Left and right. And end up getting pregnant. And the funny thing, God has a sense of humor. I have 5 girls, y'all. 5 girls. I end up having my first boy, which is a blessing. Like, baby, don't get it twisted. My son is a blessing. Because, you know, God told me to leave that man alone. So I didn't leave that man alone. So he hit me with the baby plan. He's like, oh, you want this man? I'm going to let you have this man for 18 years. Like, for real. Respect. So I got hit with the baby plan. And it was like, I had no peace. Going against God's will, God's word, I'm telling you, it does not give you peace. I cried my whole pregnancy. I made myself sick, y'all. Do y'all understand when you are not healed and when you have trauma in your body, when you have hurt in your body, mentally, emotionally, do you know you can physically make your body sick? Do y'all know that? Like, a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people are like, oh, I got this disease, I got that disease. No, baby, you have trauma in your body. Oh, I have to go to the hospital for this. I got to take this medication. No, baby, you have trauma. You have emotional and mental issues that's going on and manifesting itself as sickness and illness. If you do not address your hurts, if you do not address your wounds, it's going to manifest as an illness. Don't believe me? We live in an age of information. Google it. Research it. You're going to be surprised how many autoimmune disease that trauma is correlated with. I'm a geek. Like, I am a geek. Like, I'm a read. One thing your girl gonna do, she gonna read. And read good. And research good. And so a lot of times we think that, oh, I'm just sick, I just got a cold. No, baby. What was your state before you got sick? Like, how was your emotions and how were you in your mental, in your emotional state before you got sick, before you got a cold? So I had got sick during pregnancy, real sick. It was like, I gotta say this, it was the worst pregnancy I ever had. I've had 5 babies before. I was vomiting every hour on the hour, water. I could not eat anything. I vomited every single hour of the day. And I cried every night of my pregnancy. When you go against God's will, you will not have peace. When you are walking in disobedience from the Father, especially if you are a daughter of the King, if you are a daughter of Christ, if you are a daughter of the Most High, if you go against His will for your life and you know what He has promised you, you know what you have been called to do, you know what you've been told to do by the Father, you literally are walking in disobedience and you will not have peace. I believe because of my mental state, my emotional state during that pregnancy is how I made myself sick. I ended up going into the hospital. I had to have my gallbladder removed. But then they found out afterward they didn't really have to remove my gallbladders because they were perfectly healthy. Yeah. That's why I say I made myself sick. My hurt, my mental emotional state made my body send off signals that my gallbladder, there was something going on with my stomach area. Crazy, right? Nah. Unhealed wounds, unhealed trauma. 2024 revealed to me that I was not healed from my own sexual abuse. I was swinging on everybody. But the thing is, prior to that, I've always swung on everybody. I believe I've had great relationships as far as friendships and great people in my life that loved and supported me. But because I had the mindset and belief system, oh, ain't nobody here for me, I'm doing this all by myself, nobody love me, I can't trust nobody, I swung on everybody. And I'm not saying physically swung, but I'm saying I emotionally swung because I always found a reason in my mind, because you have to understand, when you have a belief about something, when you think something is true, life is going to show you all the reason why your belief is true. Your perception in any situation, anything that you look at, is going to be like, oh, that's why you can't trust such and such. It's going to show you what you believe. Your vision is going to always show you what you believe. There's no other way around it. And throughout my life, I had that mindset that, oh, I can't trust nobody. Ain't nobody really here for me. I don't got nobody. Nobody can be trusted because everybody's against me. Won't. Alicia, swing, fight. And so going through this process of, I thought I was healed. I thought I had done the work for 5 years. But then I had to think about the past 5, 6, 7 years of my life. Because I thought the past 7 years of my life, I had did the work. Nah, baby, I was suppressing. Because even then, things what seemed good, I still was fighting. I'm not afraid and scared of telling on myself. Because I want whoever's watching this, I want you to understand that you can overcome everything that you've gone through in life. Any mistake you made, bad decisions, bad choices. And even if you are that person, you're like, oh, I ain't never made no mistake. I've always done it right. I always done a good job. I did what my father told me to do. Like, if you're that person, baby, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. Because we've all have made some bad decisions in life. But I want the person that's watching this is like, if she can overcome that and survive that and still be doing the work to heal and still have a positive mindset like that, I can do it too. This is why I'm not afraid to tell on myself. This is why I got rid of the facade. Like, I used to believe before, if you watch my previous content, if you follow me on Instagram before or Facebook before, you would see that, like, I wanted everything to be perfect. I wanted to look aesthetically pleasing. I wanted to be perfect. But then I realized, like, I'm not perfect. I'm very intelligent. But sometimes I talk ebonics. Sometimes I talk a lot of slang. It's so funny because my daughter, before she went to bed tonight, Grace, she was like, Mom, you chilling? I was like, yeah, I'm chilling. She's like, are you relaxing? I was like, yeah, I'm relaxing. She said, oh, so you're chillaxing? And I just bust out laughing because it was so cute to see, like, she's taking both personalities of me and she put them together. She's like, yeah, you're chillaxing. Kids are beautiful. Blessed are those that have a quiver full. And I'm thankful for all my children. But in this process of my brokenness, I am learning who I am, right? Like, people think that they grow when everything's great. Like, I'm awesome. I'm great. Everything's going well. No. You know who you really are when you get broken, when it's uncomfortable, when life get hard. That's when you know who you really are. If you're the type of person that gets vengeful and you want to get licked back, payback, that's who you is. And it's something in you that I got to heal, because people that are angry, people that are vengeful, people that want control, they are hurting, broken people. Yep. So God had to teach me. God had to show me. God had to use that situation and say, baby girl, you're not healed from that sexual abuse that you went through when you was a little girl. You're not healed from that anger. I was still angry. Angry that I grew up in foster care. Angry that my mama wasn't there. Angry that I didn't have a relationship with my brothers and sisters. Angry at all the people that betrayed me. Angry that I got married at 16 years old. Angry that I was a teenage mother and a teenage wife. Angry at the fact that I had to do life on the whim, that nobody really ever sat down and taught me how to do life for real. Like, I was angry. God had to literally shake my life up, put it upside down, tear the veil off my eyes, to say, I need you to pay attention. I need you to wake up. I need you to change. This is not just for you, Felicia. This is for your children. This is for your bloodline. I am healing a bloodline. And I'm not saying healing as, I'm talking about wholeness. I am becoming whole for my bloodline, so my children do not have to go through all the sexual immorality that I've gone through, that I've done. I'm healing for my bloodline. So what I'm learning now, I'm learning who I am for real. And I realize that a lot of us don't know who we are. We have taken on the identity that everyone has given us. We have taken on the identity of our spouses. We have taken on the identity of the men that we sleep with. And that's that's a whole another video for a whole nother time. Like, we have taken on the identity of our hurt and of our trauma. We have taken on the identity of the contracts that we have signed. The victim contract, the I can't trust nobody contract, or he don't really love me for real contract, or she against me contract, or I hate myself contract. How many of y'all can admit that you don't really like yourself? Because that's where real healing begins. I am learning. God had to get me to a place where I had to look at me. Because it's so easy to point fingers at everybody else. Well, mama and them did me wrong. Well, foster care did me wrong. All these people did me wrong. Oh, he definitely did me wrong because he was my husband for 6 years and he just betrayed me like that. And he knew that was the trauma. He went and did the same trauma on my own daughter. Oh, yeah. It's easy to point blame. That's easy. But you know what? You never change. You never grow. You never ever is able to reclaim your life when you're constantly blaming other people for what has gone wrong in your life. So God had to reveal some stuff about me to me, for me, because life didn't happen to me. It's happening for me. Every painful experience that I've gone through was for a reason and for a purpose. And so I say that to encourage you, that you think that, life is just happening to you. No, it's not. What can you change in you? What can you change about you? What can you change you so you no longer attract the sexual abuser, or the one that want to knock your head upside the wall, or the one that want to cuss you out. What's in you that's unhealed? Because I truly believe every relationship that I've been in, I've been married twice, I've been engaged once, and I've been in a relationship. And so in every relationship, I can see what was in me and how I saw myself is what was reflected back to me. So how you view yourself is what you are going to attract. I felt so much shame because I felt so much anger, because I felt so much guilt. That's what I got. I got a man to literally belittle me, to tell me that I wasn't worth nothing, to tell me that, oh, I'm this, I'm that, to make me feel like it, because that's what I felt inside. And I was angry, so I literally manifested a whole angry ninja. The ninja was angry all the time. Woke up angry. Ate breakfast angry. Had lunch angry. Went to work angry. Went to sleep angry. Came home angry. I attracted what I was internally battling with. Maybe it's too real for y'all. So I had to do the work. And that is what God had to literally teach me, and is teaching me, that I had wounds in me that were unhealed. So I'm thankful. I am thankful that God did what he did. I am choosing peace over survival. If it ain't lined up with the Father's word, the Father's will, the Father's way, I don't want it. Baby, you can have it. You can have it. Baby, I ain't fighting no more. I'm done. I am done. I ain't fighting about nothing. I promise you. I want peace. I want to look like my Father. I want him to change me from the inside out, that whenever, because it's going to be a while. I know it's going to be a while. My body needs to be cleansed. My mind needs to be cleansed. My heart needs to be cleansed. I need some time before I date or do anything ever again. And I am enjoying it. I am at peace. Your girl is abstinent. Girl ain't flicking the bean or nothing. They gonna be like, this lady's crazy. This is too real for me. I can't do it. Oh goodness, yeah. I'm choosing peace. All I want is the Lord. The Lord. Do you have a boyfriend? Yes, his name is Jesus. You got a man? Yes, his name is Yahushua HaMashiach. Leave me alone. Don't want to be bothered. Don't want to be bothered. But this is the beginning of wholeness. This is when you have decided to be all in and obedient. And instead of even thinking that your way is better, baby, I know my way is not better. Because every choice I've made and decisions I've made in life, they've never been good. And you got to tell yourself the truth. I got to stay attitude sometimes. Like, we be thinking we all that in a bag of chips, and God be really wanting to humble us and be like, look, you are not all that. You got a whole lot of issues going on within you. You are not all that. But he love you though. He love us. His hard-headed daughters. That is what I call us. Because I am. I am his hard-headed daughter. Because we want to do it our way. We want to see, oh, you told me no. Let me find out for myself. Let me see for myself. I got to do it. And then we come back. Abba, Father, Lord, forgive me. I tried it my way. No, we shouldn't have went over there in the first place. So when you get to a place of where you're like, all right, Daddy God. Your will, your way, your word. That's all I got. You got to get to a point, you got to get real with you. And you got to choose peace over survival. And if you are a woman that's tired of pretending, tired of being the strong one, and just sick and tired of making the same decisions over and over and over again, this space is for you. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in the other video. Peace. Love y'all.